Good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday, July 6th, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, NVDY, and MSTY. But first, just wanted to let you guys know, recently crypto has been tanking and tanking and tanking. And at the same time, my options on TSLL is no longer an option because TSLL has gone up so high that I can no longer sell puts on it comfortably. So I have some cash just hanging out in limbo. So I figured, you know what? Why the hell not? Let me just start. I'm gonna add 10 shares per day as long as the crypto continues to tank. So I started this on Friday, yesterday. I bought 10 shares of MSTY and 10 shares of CONY. If it recovers from here, which honestly, I'm already up like 3 or 4% on both positions, but if it continues to go up, then I'll probably just sell for a quick profit and move on. But if it continues to tank, I will continue to buy 10 shares per day to put the money that I have, that is not working for me on options, on the option side, as I figure out another, stock or ETF to trade options on. It'll be working with MSTY and CONY. So again, I never owned these funds because they were such, high risks, so volatile, but I'm going to use it as a quick opportunity to either capitalize on a great price or possibly a quick swing trade. But we'll see how it goes. I just wanted to mention that to you guys. Also, I made an update yesterday. I made an update on FEPI and AIPI, or FEPI-EPI, as I said. So go check out that video. I'll pin it to the comments here. So let's get to the trades. NVDY had a trade, CONY had a trade, and MSTY had a trade. TSLY did not, but that's because TSLY, they already had options expiring into the following week. So if we look at NVDY, basically, if you look at, they have a whole bunch of BCs. So they closed out their weekly calls that all expired July 5th. And if you look to the right, all the way to the right, that's the execution price. I know it doesn't show because we don't have the headers anymore because they post the intraday trades all together now. So unfortunately, I only the top one's going to have the header. But either way, you could see they paid under $1 in all of them. So, obviously that tells you more than likely they won their trades. And then on the way bottom, you see 1SS. So that's unfortunate because that means they chose one strike price. And you can see, obviously, it says 132. But let's see what it looks like on the spreadsheets. All right, so there's NVDY. They have a synthetic. They did not add anything to the synthetic yesterday. But their synthetic is 127. It expires August 16th. All right, so on the July tab, we can see now, how did they do yesterday? NVIDIA went down 1.26%. NVDY went down 8.82%. But do not be alarmed. Yesterday was ex-dividend date. So obviously, on ex-dividend date, the ETF will drop by the amount paid of the distribution, plus or minus whatever the underlying's doing, right? Pretty much. So that's why, a lot of people consider ex-dividend date a buying opportunity. So, that's part of the reason I bought MSTY and CONY. It was not only ex-dividend date, but crypto is still going down. So again, right at the open, I saw an opportunity. All right, so it dropped by that. And then we'll look at how much it cost to close the positions from yesterday. Zoom out a little bit. All right, so you see all the close prices in red, anywhere from 2 cents to 75 cents. But if you go all the way to the right, you see the debits, right? Obviously, essentially it cost nothing. So everything was in a profit. They made about, let's just say 8.5 mil, 8.3 mil for the week. So obviously this week was a very good one for NVDY. NVDY is the GOAT, for many reasons. And this is another one, right? They had another really good week. And, if you look, column L, they started the positions, 2 to 6% out of the money, kind of tight, but they won. It ended up being a pretty good move. Now, heading into next week, they have a July 12th expiration. They have 5 full trading days. They chose a strike price of 132. That is 4.9% out of the money. Again, from my thinking, it's still tight. But NVIDIA's kind of, it's been on a tear up and down, but it is kind of like, it's not going too crazy, right? Let's just look at the past few days, up and down, up and down. So that could be a good strike. What did that strike yield? An annualized yield of 56%. Their 30-day IV was 47%. So we'll say that's a little aggressive. Means they could have gone a little further out of the money. But we'll see. We'll see what next week brings. Outstanding shares. Look at this. Outstanding shares went up 1,125,000. That is a 4.22% increase. So there is a lot of interest in the GOAT. All right, here's the recap. 30-day IV, 47%. Outstanding shares, 27,800,000. And here we go. We got some income. Let's go. 8.3 mil. That's a distribution of 30 cents. Daily income of 10 cents a day. Daily yield of 0.36%. And if you annualize that, that's 132%. So far, so good. NVDY fund manager, too cool for school. He's got sunglasses on in the office because he's a happy man. 31 days till the next declaration date. All right, so let's take a look at what all this looks like. No synthetic income yet. Short call income, 8.3 mil. So that's 30 cents per share. If you plug it in the estimate calculator, you get a ridiculous number, which is not realistic at all, but it shows $3.40 based on how many days are left and based on the daily, the daily payments. So this will even itself out in time, but right now we obviously can't use it. And then the house money needed, $1.25. Obviously, based on that estimate, we will get that, but, I don't trust that estimate right now. But it'll, like I said, fix itself in due time. Holdings tab, not much to talk about. Again, their synthetic expires August 16th. They now have one strike heading to next week. But the net asset value of NVIDY is 767.3 mil. NAV is 2760. Trade price 2760. All right, let's move on, baby. We got CONY. CONY. BC's, SS's. Okay, so they closed out their calls for the week, July 5th. They paid 14 cents, 8 cents. That means great. But 2 SS's down below, which is usually a good sign, but one strike, 235. So again, sticking with the one strike, must have been an early out office day. They said, I'm done. I can't think anymore. I'm out of here. But anyway, let's see what it looks like on the spreadsheet. There are birds here. I'm in the car. You probably can't hear the birds, though. All right, 230 synthetic. Nothing added to it. Currently, they are 2.75% away from the 230 synthetic. Again, the 260 is a goner now, right? They closed that out. So they're now sitting with the 230, all contracts. This expires, though, August 16th, and they have earnings before that. So a lot can happen. I think this sell-off on crypto, to be honest, coin sells off as Bitcoin sells off, and it's crazy because coin's an actual company. So I feel like this always happens, and then they have earnings, and then they go up. So I'm going to, keep an eye on that too. I do own CONL, my swing trading journey, and hopefully, maybe I should keep that through earnings and see what happens. Anyway, let's move on. So again, their synthetic expires August 16th, 42 days away. Let's go to the July tab. What do they got going on? So in the end, it actually wasn't a terrible day. Coin only went down 0.56%. CONY went down 7.83%, but obviously, yes, ex-dividend date. So let's move on. CONY, what was it? At 18 yesterday? All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so let me zoom out a little bit. So they paid 8 cents and 14 cents to close last week's calls. Pretty much cost nothing. It didn't even cost $400,000. So in the end, the profit loss, column S, they made over 8 mil. 8 mil in profit for the week. Good job. Successful week. That is a great week. We want to win the weekly calls, all right? It's not just about the stupid synthetic. We want to win both, right? All right, moving on to this week coming up. Expiration date July 12th, 235 strike, 5.06% out of the money. That yields 68%. Their IV is 67.7%. All right, so this makes perfect sense. Again, though, crypto has been on it's been tanking. Nothing more to say. Will next week be the turnaround? I sure hope not with 5% out of the money. But you never know, man. You never know. All right, so outstanding shares. Let's see what happened here. So look at that. Look at that. 1,350,000 new outstanding shares, 4.15% increase. People love buying on ex-dividend date. Here's the summary. 30-day IV, 67%. Outstanding shares, 33.9 mil. Here we got income, 8.1 mil in income. There's a distribution of 24 cents, a daily income of 8 cents a day, daily yield 0.42%, and annualize that's 151%. Reaction is the CONY fund manager. Let me just tell you, he is pissed. He is so pissed about the synthetic that he is going to win a lot of money on the weekly calls for us, all right? That's what he told me. Obviously, I'm kidding, but for real. No, he's, and I'll show you the synthetic. That's what he's pissed about. He started July with a freaking $43 million loss, so he's going to make that up. So he's pumped. He is not happy. All right, short call income, 8.1 mil. So that comes to about 35.1 mil in loss. But again, CONY fund manager to the rescue. I have faith in him. Short call income, 24 cents per share. We'll take a look at that, plug it in the estimate. That shows that we'll get about 271 or 170% yield. Little unrealistic at the moment. How much do we need for house money? We need about $1.25, which I think we'll get that, but I don't think we'll get 271. So it'll take some time to, for that estimate to work out. Because again, it's early in the month, and since we made so much money early in the month with so many days left, it's thinking we have, it's thinking we're going to make more money than what we are. All right, so outstanding holdings, nothing really to talk about. Again, their synthetic expires in August, and they got one strike heading into next week. So that could be good, that could be bad. But the net asset value of this fund is 650 mil, and the NAV is 1919, trade price 1918. So when you see CONY under 20, what do? You celebrate, right? You try to buy it for the most part. I know a lot of people are happy. Some people are pissed off because their cost basis is destroyed. But maybe they're averaging on the way down. Who knows? But that's where we stand. All right. Last but not least, MSTY is the only other one with a trade. They actually had an addition to the synthetic, buy, call, sell, put right at the top. So they added 40 contracts to their synthetic, which is not in a good position. And we'll take a look at that in a second. And then they have BCs, so they closed out the weekly calls, and they started a new position. One strike, just like the others, one strike. And they got $20.35, so some good premium. All right, let's take a look at the sheet. Let me get it open. MSTY. They're synthetic. Again, they're underwater. I mean, look at it. They're 17.3% away from hitting the strike price of their synthetic, which, by the way, expires not this coming Friday, but the following Friday. So, yikes, 14 days away. Scary, scary stuff. So, every time they add to this synthetic, they're going to make money, right? Because, the put's going to make money. Because why? They're committing to buying at that price. But either way, 40 contracts. The call was only 71,000. They're giving that like free candy there. And then the put, they made about $1 million. So again, obviously they made $1 million flat for that trade. But if MSTR goes up within the next 14 days, a reasonable amount, it could work out. But I don't know. That's a lot of money. That's a big percent to hit. 17%. That's going to be really, really tough. But MSTR, we've seen, can do some crazy things. We'll see what next week brings. Actually, we'll see what the weekend brings. Crypto don't sleep, so It could be doing something good now. I haven't even checked. July 5th, which was yesterday. How much did it go down? It went down 1.65%. Not terrible. MSTY went down 9.79%. So again, between ex-dividend date and the drop in MSTR, MSTY went down. A lot of people, some people possibly own this at the $40 range, and they're not happy people. All right, so here's all the closeouts. So 5 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, obviously successful. So another profitable, fund here. What do we got? 4.6 mil. They made over 5 mil. They made over $5 million this week just selling calls. This is what these funds are all about, making money on the weekly calls. So again, 3 out of 3 so far, making money with our money. So good job. Good job, YieldMax. I don't know what you guys did in the other funds, but hopefully you won on those as well. Especially Phoebe, AMZ, and a Nefly. All right, so contracts. They used all the contracts for the latest strike, which is 1,410. 10% out of the money. Nice. That's good. That yielded 82%. Man, you gotta love the high IV. Their 30-day IV is 89%. They yielded 82%. Okay, not bad. And if all goes well, they'll make 4.5 mil. Sounds good to me. What about outstanding shares? Big jump for them. About 300,000, 2.49% increase. Pretty good jump. Here's the summary, though. We talked about the IV. It's at 89%. Outstanding shares, 12,350,000. We got some income here, 4.5 mil. Distribution, 37 cents. Daily income, 12 cents a day. Daily yield, 0.5%. And if you annualize that, it's 181% so far. MSTY, fund manager, super, super happy because he's making money. He's starting the month off right, and that's what it's all about. So they do have a synthetic income of $1 million. Again, because of their crazy synthetic, that's in a dangerous spot right now. We got to keep an eye out for it. Short call income, 4.5 mil. That's a total net income of 5.5 mil. So if we just look at the short call income, that's 37 cents per share. Let's see what our estimate does. Yeah, okay. $4.15, 203% yield. House money, we need 959. We're so far away from house money on this one still. So, but either way, again, it's really, really good week for MSTY holders. I know you don't see that in the price, but again, as long as they win their trades, we good. All right, pink, what do we got? We got some danger. I don't know why it's split like this, by the way, but the pink is the synthetic. Costs 61.8 mil plus 1.1 mil to close. Yeah, we need MSTR to go up next week. And then, they may close it early too. I don't know. You saw what they did with CONY. They closed it early. But if MSTR goes back up like rapidly, hopefully they leave it alone and let it do what it needs to do, right? The time value will expire, it'll cost less to close due to the time value. And then obviously if it gets up in price, gets closer and closer to the strike, maybe the damage won't be that bad. Or maybe they'll go above the strike. You never know. Stranger things have happened with this fund. All right. The net asset value of this fund is 302 mil. The NAV is 24.47 and the trade price is 24.59. And if you guys are watching, by the way, let me hear if you have a nasty cost basis. I'm talking like $40, high 30s. Please share it in the comments below and let me know your thoughts about it. Are you worried? Do you not give a damn? Or are you averaging down? I'm just curious because I know there's got to be some people out there that got stuck and, they kind of FOMO'd in at the top, which happens. I've been there, done that, right? So are you guys going to average down or are you just going to let it ride and see what happens? Let me know. All right, last but not least, non-trade-wise is we got TSLY hanging out here. TSLY has 2 synthetic positions. They got a 225. Again, both synthetics expire August 16th. And they got a 220, okay? Now, both are doing well. They could roll these at any moment and make money. Will they do that? I hope not, but let's take a look at July and, we'll get an idea of what's going to happen. So first July tab, how did TSLY do yesterday? It actually chilled a little bit. It only went up 2.08%. TSLY went down 4.4%. Why? Well, because a couple of reasons. Ex-dividend date, obviously. And it did not go up all the way with Tesla because they're capped, right? They're capped. Their strikes are capped. It did go up a little, I'm sure. Obviously, you can't tell. But in the end, it's at $16.94, which is not bad on ex-dividend date, if you think about it. Now, the problem here is, they have to, they strive to yield what they need to yield, and they miss out on the opportunity when Tesla it just goes up. This is why, just so you guys know, I sold out of Tesla many months ago, and it's not because of YieldMax. It's because of how Tesla goes up and down so rapidly. Like 1 week, look at this, 10% one day, 6% another day, 2%. Like, come on. We just, the NAV will never recover. You'll just be averaging down for the rest of your life. And because it's unappreciated IV, and that's what it is. I know their IV is up now 65%, which is pretty good, but I feel even that, lately it should probably be more. So anyway, they have all their contracts, all 33,315 contracts at a 245 strike. That's 5.94% out of the money when they did it, right? When they did it on July 2nd. Now it's 2.59% in the money, and they have 5 trading days. So Tesla needs to go down. So unless Tesla goes down, they're going to pay, they're going to pay some money, and they're going to take a hit, unfortunately. And the NAV is going to be, kind of stuck because they're capped. And that's very unfortunate for TSLY holders who are probably hoping that they get some appreciation. And they will get some appreciation because the synthetic will push it up. However, obviously, these weekly calls are capped. So, we'll see how it goes. They may close it out early like they did the last week, but maybe Tesla will calm down. I sure hope so, because I'm trying to do options on Tesla via TSLY, but I don't know. It's not looking good for next week for TSLY, but we'll see. I don't know. Do you guys think Tesla's going to go down a little bit? People take some profits? I saw that Nancy Pelosi sold out of Tesla. I'm not sure how, accurate that news is, but, she always knows something. So if she's selling out, maybe others will. All right, outstanding shares. Look at this. Look at this. Hello, TSLY. 2,850,000 outstanding share increase. What? That's a 6.37% increase. So people are FOMOing in TSLY. 30-day IV. Look, that is a nice IV, 65%. Outstanding shares, 47 mil, 575,000. Total net income, none. You know why? Because they did this trade we showed above. They did that in the prior month. So unfortunately, no income on the weekly calls yet for TSLY. And yeah, I'm going to give them poop because it is poop, right? If you date back to June, right? And you see what happened, they lost a lot of money here, right? And then they lost a lot of money the week before. And just the way this week is headed, it's three weeks in a row options trades. Just if we're going to lose, I'm sorry, but it's poopy. All right. It's poopy. I won't put the poopy on the thumbnail, but I'll put the poopy here because yes, I get it. They got to hit the IV, blah, 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 blah. But Tesla goes up that much in a week and we're just sitting here. We kind of knew. They could have went a little further out of the money, right? I don't know. That's why I don't own TSLY, all right? Because Tesla's freaking crazy. All right, July income. There is none. Simple as that. House money, they need a lot. They need 1608 for house money. Again, I'm not sure how accurate that is. Their reverse split screwed up all the numbers, but let's look at the holdings. They have the synthetic. That expires August 16th, and they have one strike price, 245. So, holy crap. Look at that net asset value, 807 million. NAV 1698, trade price 1694. Wait, hold on. The NAV is 807 million. What is NVDY? Oh my God. TSLY is taking over. TSLY is the #1 fund. Wait, Nick, is that right? That has to be right. Oh my God. I did not see that. Look at that. Oh my God, it's over 800 mil. All right. TSLY is #1 fund, largest fund. You know why? You know why? That's why. Look at all that money jumping in. Bam. FOMO time. TSLY taking over. All right, NVDY, it's your turn. It's your move, buddy. All right, so that is the update. That's the Saturday video for TSLY, CONY, NVDY, and MSTY. I'm sweating my ass off in my wife's car. Last day of vacation, but I'm getting this video out to you guys because I don't miss a video, all right? I do it every single day because it's now my job, right? No, so for that reason, if you guys enjoy this content, please always remember to hit the like button. It goes a long way. Trust me, it does. I know it's annoying, all right? In fact, punch the like button, all right? That's my new thing now, right? Punch the like button in the face, all right? If you're pissed off, all right, because you're capped and you own TSLY, punch the damn like button. But no, I do appreciate you guys watching. Obviously, the channel, like I said, you know, it's going to be an interesting week for next week. We got 5 full trading days in the midst of summer. It's a good time, though. It's a great time to be an investor for sure. As always, guys, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you were entertained. By the way, guys, I know it seems like a quick turnaround, but I had this scheduled. Jay is coming on the YouTube channel Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He's going to be live, and the questions are going to come from the community. It's not about me. It's about you guys, all right? It's an interview for the community. It's an interview for the ROD community. So have your questions ready, all right? So whatever I see in the YouTube comments, I'm popping on the screen for Jay to answer. So it's all about you guys. So if you have any questions about the recent trades we just talked about, bring them up, all right? And then I'll pull up the spreadsheet if needed, right? Because I can at least do that if it's needed. If you want a question about TSLY strikes, go ahead. But you kind of know what it'll say. But if you have any new questions, please. I feel like I've asked every question at this point. But again, I think you guys have your own questions, or maybe you want to ask something that you haven't seen in the video, because there's so many videos out there. Who can keep track? But like I said, stay tuned for that video. What else? Yeah, I guess that's it. Keyword. I don't even think of a keyword, man. Keyword. I guess, TSLY is #1. I know they have a poop emoji, but they have the largest net asset value. So they are #1. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it via comment, put in the comments, TSLY is the #1 fund, and that they are. They are over 800 million in net asset value. Who will be the first to hit $1 billion? That's a good question. Someone should ask that to Jay. I don't know. I still think it's NVDY, but NVIDIA is kind of like chilling out, but we'll see. It could be NVIDIA, could be TSLY, could be CONY, but we'll see, guys. All right, guys. I guess that's it for the day. I'm out of here, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Later.